Going on, everybody? Speaking easy with the coach here. I was here earlier. I was thinking about. I said in the last video about my family in Trenton. I was just thinking about just meeting people in general, and it's like, how the hell did we all come together like this? You know, so it goes back. It goes back like 90. I want to say 95, 96-ish, somewhere in that ballpark, like 96, I guess. But what came to my mind especially was how it started. I'm thinking of, this is funny, Jerry Gant. First off, I've known Jerry Gant, it ain't no 96, 95. I known Jerry Gant way back to like the mid to late, I'd say the mid 80s. I've known Jerry Gant. I've known him way back then. But from, just over the years, knowing him and building with hip hop and Who's Who, and I was DJing, he was doing the poetry, but with doing the poetry, Jerry was like, he was rude boy, so to speak. He was chanting. He was like kind of like the go-between with the poetry, the reggae chanting, and to be honest, he was an artist first. Artist as far as fine arts, drawing or whatnot. That was first. From there, he went in with the poetry, and he went in, he was just talented. He just did it all. But I'd known Jerry in the first place. But Jerry told me, like I hooked up with some cats, and we doing some things. We're doing some open sounds and open mic, some performance type thing down at African Globe Theater down on McCarter Highway, not the one that was next door to Symphony Hall. The original African Globe was on McCarter Highway. And I'm like, all right, well, so he was doing the flyers. He was the artist. He did flyers. He gave me a flyer. I went. It was August of '96. They had something going. I went, and the show was right. And I remember when I went, that's where I met Black 45 and Swift, which I had seen Black 45 on quite a few occasions even before then. And I just didn't know. I played Little League Baseball with Black 45. I didn't even know, I don't know. Anyway, that's another story. But I had met him, and I'd also met Black. A couple of my people, Wicked Wayne, Dookie, he gave Black a tape. The blue tape we always used to call it, because they had a blue label on it. And I met Black then, and even then it was like, hey, you shake hands, hey, what's up? But it was like, I remember meeting him, but it wasn't really we tight. And it wasn't until Jerry had come just right here on this very it was the EPS I had before I had my ASR. And Jerry did just a little freestyle tape. Black heard it and heard the beats and was like, yo, we need to hook up, because basically it was like his thing was he had never, just the whole idea of the samples. He could usually name samples, and with me, he couldn't name, like this right here. Like most people, ain't nobody. I'll tell you right now, you get my man Choke, ain't nobody gonna name this. This is Yusef Lateef, but this is just, that's how I was coming with it, as far as like coming with sounds and nobody could name them. Anyway, me and Black started building. We was putting, recording and whatnot. Matter of fact, I can go. That's the very recorder, that 8-track cassette recorder. We recorded Since the Seed, all of 45 work. And with that, I started, we was tight. We became family. And he had the events. I judged at Lyrical Combat 97. And then we did hand-to-hand combat. And, that's another story. I more or less became the events coordinator for hand-to-hand combat. I'm gonna talk about that in another case. But like I said, Black and Swift And I knew Porno, Malik Griffin. I knew Porn before that because I met Porno through Jerry. I think it was Jerry's birthday party around 94. Somewhere in that ballpark. He had a birthday party and I was DJing. And Porno always he was clowning me. And 'tis true, he was right. I had a 19-inch rack Gemini mixer with the sample button. But then I brought the rack sampler, which is actually like an echo chamber. It's sitting up there right now. And it was fun, like for a party, when you're DJing, you usually don't bring stuff like that. And I was, what's her name? Sister Nzinga, Sister Angola, Joya. Porno said that's my cut. I didn't know that for like years later. But they was doing poetry and Jerry, and I had the echo chambers kicking in. So it was interesting night. But I knew Porn then, but it was in some years later when I got kind of, if you were affiliated, like Boom affiliated. Like I'm not Boom Squad, but I'm kind of, I'm outside affiliated. And that's when I met everybody, like Rhino, Tame, Jay Byrne. I met Jay Byrne over at New Eurekan, I believe, actually. Max, Cool Mellow out, chilling out in Altoona. Blessings, brother. But that's how I came to meet the circle of artists that I got in with. Kayam I had met through Jerry, being up in Montclair. Jaji I had seen at the shows, and Jaji used to come to Montclair a lot. Yeah, man, it was something how it came together. But it all started from Jerry Gant giving me that flyer saying to come to the African Globe down on MacArthur Highway. And then after that, I just started meeting everybody on this local circle. So I'm gonna speak next on hand-to-hand combat, because that that's something in itself right there, boy. But just sharing that. Like I said, just speaking easy with the coach. Peace.